Well, millions of women across the country rely on braiding hair as part of their summer protective styles. However, new reports suggest that some of the synthetic extensions used in salons could be exposing them to toxic chemicals.
Yeah, some new reports recently uncovered alarming findings. They say several synthetic braiding hair brands tested positive for formaldehyde and other harmful, some of which are linked to respiratory issues and even cancer. Now, many black women are disproportionately impacted, often wearing braids most of their life.
Yeah, and I know it's part of your summer look 2024.
Oh, it was last year.
Okay, so there are some safer options out there, and joining us right now is the founder of Rebundle, a company offering one of those cleaner alternatives, Sierra Imani May. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, thank you guys for having me.
All right, talk about the timing, because it's pretty good timing that this happened, but your brand actually started before all of this. What makes your brand different, Rebundle?
Yeah, I started working on this in 2019, and we launched in 2021, well before the reports came out. But what we were solving for and continue to solve for is a world in which scalp irritation and a risk to your safety while wearing braids is non-existent. Our products are made out of banana fiber, so they are itch-free, non-toxic, and biodegradable after use.
How big of a problem is the sort of chemicals that we're finding in other braiding products right now, like formaldehyde and such?
This is a really big problem. We have found that 1 in 3 wearers were experiencing some form of discomfort or irritation with the products prior to the study coming out. And the study confirmed that 9 out of 10 of the products tested were positive for things such as lead. And we also know that based on that study, there are VOCs that are released when the product is heated, i.e. dipped in hot water, like it is very commonly practiced at the end of a style. So it should be concerning not only to people who wear their hair in braids, but very importantly to the people who install the braids, braiders and hair professionals.
I love how you pointed out that some of the synthetic hair can cause scalp irritation, because there's nothing worse than sitting and just doing this all day because it's itching.
But it's just like the Beyonce.
Like Beyonce. Yeah, but not in a good way.
No,
not in a good
your
way.
hand is itching and you don't want to mess it up
Yeah.
by
I thought
scratching
it was part
it.
of Get Me Bodied.
Yeah.
Talk about banana fibers. How did you come up with this, that would work?
So back in 2019, when I was wearing my hair in braids pretty consistently with synthetic hair, I was experiencing that scalp irritation and had questions about what was causing the irritation and what the relationship was between the material itself, the plastic, and the topical dermatitis that I was experiencing. So I started to research other alternatives and other fiber types that may be in the market to be used as an alternative. And I found some YouTube videos of women in Africa using sisal and banana fiber, and figured out how we could, one, develop that supply chain so that we could access it and provide that product as an alternative to our customers, primarily here in the States. We also have customers in the UK and Canada and a few other countries.
So let's talk about that, because part of the problem is accessibility. And a lot of people will go to some of the products that are toxic to them because it's less expensive.
They're easy accessible.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's kind of a stronghold on the market, the hair market.
That goes without saying, but in any market where innovation takes place, it will take time for price point to match what customers would expect and the availability to match that as well. But we've made a lot of good progress by bringing our price point down to $36 last year. We also retail with beauty supply stores across the country, as well as a few in the UK. So we're getting to a point where the product is becoming more accessible, making some great strides now that Consumer Reports has sort of pushed the market in our direction, and we have really high hopes for what this summer could mean for the brand and for our customers.
You mentioned having contact dermatitis with the synthetic braiding hair. What has been people's response to using yours, the Rebundle?
It's really transformational for a lot of customers who either completely gave up braids because they couldn't stand the scalp irritation, haven't worn braids in years, and a lot of our customers are finding that there's the piece that they are looking for when they wear a protective style, actually feeling like their hair is protected and that it's hydrated as well. Our products are very well known for feeling very soft and having your hair feel soft while it's installed, which is an added benefit to using a product like banana fiber because it's hydrophilic, meaning it absorbs the moisture. So it also moisturizes your hair in the process.
So it's not dry. That's great.
It's not going to dry your hair out like the synthetic.
Oh, interesting. All right. Sierra, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Really appreciate it.
And you can learn more about where to buy Rebundle at rebundle.com and on Instagram, TikTok at rebundle.co. Thank you again.